You ever pull up to your own house after 3 months straight on an oil rig, miss your dead wife's birthday, haul yourself out of that truck? Just craving your own bed, only to find some lunatic in your silk bathrobe screaming that you can't park in your own driveway? Because that's what happened to me. There's a silver Lexus in my spot. Cheap vanilla candles stinking up my open door, my door, which I know I locked before I left, and the woman losing her mind on my front steps. That's Karen Whitmore, HOA president, now apparently self-appointed, queen of my house, dialing 911 and shouting that I'm trespassing on her private property. What would you do if your HOA president just straight up moved in while you were gone? No, seriously, drop your location and tell me, because my revenge was about as beautiful as you could ever hope for. Name's Dex Callahan, 52, oilman out of Louisiana. 15 years working the rigs. Good money. Yeah, but it means you're a ghost in your own house. My wife Sarah used to joke I was married to the ocean more than to her. Wasn't far off, but she never complained. And that ocean bought us our dream, a Tudor mansion on Lake Serenity right in Willowbrook Estates. Lost Sarah to cancer 2 years back. And between the life insurance and her teacher's pension, I scored this 200-square-foot beast from some old-timer's estate, picked it up for a song. Problem is, Willowbrook's not just any suburb. It's 800 homes, mostly retirees, with nothing but time and an HOA fee high enough to choke a horse. I'm the youngest guy on the block by 10 years, and right from day one, Karen made me her personal project. She's got her cronies, Meredith the treasurer, and Phyllis, who's supposed to take minutes but can't read back her own handwriting. It started small fines for everything. First $500 for unauthorized dock repairs. I literally just fixed rotten boards so nobody'd drown. Then $300 because my mailbox was 2 inches too tall. Yeah, 2 inches. And then $750 for parking my Tacoma in my own driveway, because apparently having company logos on your truck turns it into a commercial vehicle. Mind you, everyone else has lawn service trailers and medical vans in plain sight, but that's different. Every fine hit when I was offshore with hearing set while I was in the middle of the damn Gulf. Coincidence, please. Lucky for me, my neighbor, Fletcher 71, retired mailman, sharp as a tack, kept an eye on things. About a week into my last hitch, he texted, "That HOA lady's coming by every day. Brought suitcases today." But I was out in the deep water, no cell for days. By the time I got his dozen frantic texts, the whole thing was in full swing. So I come rolling in gravel, crunching under my boots, white gravel where there used to be blacktop. That should have tipped me off, but I was running on fumes. Karen's waiting, waving around a stack of official-looking papers like she's conducting an orchestra. "You can't be here. This property's condemned as abandoned," she shouts with all the fake authority of a toddler in a sheriff's hat. She flashes a notice with fake legal seals, probably printed at Kinko's, claiming she's taken over under emergency HOA powers. I just about lost it, but not the yelling kind. The cold, calculating kind. I pull up my banking app, show her my mortgage payment paid 48 hours ago. The look on her face went from smug to sour faster than a dropped beer. I push past her and walk into my own house, and that's when the real horror show starts. She'd moved in. My living room's been redecorated with junky furniture. Her makeup is scattered like a beauty counter exploded. Her clothes are hanging next to Sarah's, my late wife's things, which I couldn't bear to touch. The whole place smells like synthetic vanilla, not the lavender Sarah used to keep tucked away in drawers. I start snapping photos, documenting everything, and that's when Karen locks herself in my bedroom and calls 911, screaming that there's an aggressive man who's broken in. 20 minutes later, Deputy Kowalski shows up. Rookie believes whoever called first. Karen comes out weeping crocodile tears, waving a caretaker agreement with my forged signature. The signature's good. She's had practice probably from all the violation notices she sent me. But I'm ready. Driver's license, banking app, time-stamped photos of me at the house before leaving. She tries her key and the lock doesn't fit. She'd change the locks. Security upgrade per HOA, she chirps. News to me. Deputy suggests I find a hotel for the night and sort it out with the HOA in the morning. Right. So I'm sitting in my own driveway, watching Karen wave at me from my living room. And it hits me, this isn't some power trip. She planned every detail, the timing, the fake documents, the new locks. The lock she picked was the cheap kind, not the one I installed, which tells me she doesn't expect this to last. That's her first real mistake. I hit up Denny's the next morning, coffee so bad it hurts, and call my lawyer buddy Marcus. He's maritime, but he points me to Samantha Ridge, the meanest property lawyer in the state. She digs into the emergency powers Karen used. Turns out it's a completely fraudulent amendment to the bylaws passed with a vote that never actually happened. Karen, meanwhile, doubles down. She slaps me with a restraining order, files more complaints, and posts my mug all over Facebook and Nextdoor as a dangerous oil worker. My reputation tanks, but I keep digging. Fletcher shares his security footage, shows Karen moving in, bringing groceries in a cat carrier, and even walking the place with some stranger taking photos like he's appraising the property. Heard her brag she's got buyers lined up. Fletcher whispers. That's when it clicks. She's not just squatting. She's trying to sell my house. Utility companies get requests to change the account holders to her name. The bank says someone called asking about foreclosure timelines. Guess who? Karen. She's trying to erase every trace of me on paper and in the real world. My motel room fills with paperwork and the stench of old coffee as I start piecing together the scam. That's when Gladys Morton, 82, Queen of the Garden Club, shows up with a binder thicker than my arm. She's been tracking every suspicious fine, every fake invoice, every penny Karen's stolen, over $120,000 cross-reference color-coded. She's got the original bylaws, too, proving Karen's emergency powers are fake, real votes, real signatures, all documented. Then comes the twist. Phyllis, Karen's loyal secretary, shows up, shaking dumps a box of real meeting minutes, vote tallies, and secret recordings on us. She confesses Karen's been blackmailing her over her grandson's past. We've got the receipts, the evidence, everything. Samantha files for an emergency injunction. Meanwhile, Karen lists my house online at a fire sale price, schedules an open house, and has her goons vandalize my boat. Deputy Kowalski, who's finally caught on, wires himself up for a meeting with Karen. She tries to bribe him to arrest me. He's got her on tape. Felony number 6 at least. Come Friday, the emergency HOA meeting turns into a full-blown uprising. Thanks to Gladys's phone tree, 200 neighbors show up, not the usual dozen. Samantha presents the fraudulent documents via projector. Fletcher hands over surveillance footage, and Phyllis corroborates every bit of it. Sheriff Martinez and an FBI agent walk in with arrest warrants. Karen tries to run. Fletcher drops the line of the year. The only people you're going to know now are your cellmates, Karen. Handcuffs click. The crowd erupts, and for the first time in years, Willowbrook feels like a real community again. 3 months later, I'm back on my dock, beer in hand, watching the sun sink over Lake Serenity. Karen's in prison, lost her real estate license, owes every penny back to the community, banned from HOA boards for life. Insurance paid out the damages, the reserve funds, healthy dues are down, and Fletcher and Gladys run the show. Now, full transparency, zero tolerance for clipboard dictators. Even started a foundation to help other neighborhoods fight back. I've cut back on offshore work. I'm seeing Rebecca the reporter whose coverage took this story statewide. The annual Good Neighbor Day draws folks from all over in Karen's old house. Now it's a community resource center teaching people how to stand up to HOA bullies. Justice is contagious, folks. If you've got a story like mine, drop it in the comments. I read every single one, and you never know, your HOA horror might be the next episode. Smash that subscribe button if you believe bullies eventually get what's coming. And hey, next week, wait till you hear what happened when Karen fined me $10,000 for parking in my own driveway. Spoiler, she got arrested for extortion. Remember Karen's count on you staying quiet? Don't.